Good morning, Bernard.
Good morning, Dr. Priscilla. I see your screen.
Yeah, okay, great. It's good to see you today. And today we're going to read from Ingu. It's about sleep helps us learn. If you look at this picture, could you describe the picture that you see here?
I can see a picture of a young student, I suppose, who had worked a lot on his computer and at the time was very tired, so he's lying in a bed near his computer, and in order to be in the night, he put a small sheet on his eyes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I thought maybe it was a little book, a little pamphlet-like book.
Ah, it's a book. No, it's not a sheet. Okay.
Yeah, a little booklet. Okay, well, let's look at these vocabulary words first and see if you recognize all of these words. This one?
Yes. West. Schedule. Yes. Stuff. Avoid. Call. Nap. Concern.
Okay, good. All right, so here's the article. Could you read this article, please?
Sleep helps us learn. We humans spend about 1/3 of our lives asleep. This may sound like a lot of time, but it's not wasted. Sleep helps us stay healthy, but it also helps our brains remember. Our brains need good sleep to remember what we do and learn during the other 2/3 of our lives when we were awake. Besides keeping up healthy, some new research shows that a good night's sleep helps make us more intelligent. Scientists Chiara Civelli told VOA that sleep is when the human brain mixes information it had learned while awake into its general collection of knowledge. However, the brain forgets important details.
Unimportant.
Oh, however, the brain forgets unimportant details. This forgetting is important. It makes space for new learning and new memories. The research findings are the result of more than 10 years of work at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. The Mayo Clinic is a respected research hospital in Rochester, Minnesota. It gives these 6 suggestions for getting a good night's sleep. Stay on schedule. Don't go to bed hungry or stuffed. And avoid caffeine, nicotine, and alcohol before bed. Create a calm, restful sleep environment. Make your room as cool, quiet, and dark as possible. Limit daytime naps. Exercise during the day. Manage your worries. Try to calm any worries or concerns you might have before going to bed.
Okay, any questions about what you've read?
Yes, one question. I don't remember. Stay your schedule. What does it mean, stay?
Stay your schedule.
The first advice, stay on schedule.
Okay, stay on schedule. It simply means if you have an appointment, keep it. Stay on schedule. When you have a doctor's appointment at 2:30, you shouldn't arrive at 2:45. You should get there at 2:30. Stay on schedule. When you stay on schedule, you can get everything that you planned to do. So if you go to your doctor's appointment at 2:30, as it is scheduled from 2:30 to 3, the things that you wanted to do from 3 until 5, you still have time to do it. But if you get off schedule, the place that you were going to go at 3 may be closed. so you won't be able to go. You understand?
You must
Okay, let me see.
you must think about the future. If, for example, if I want to go to bed at 10 o'clock p.m., I will prepare myself to go at 9:30 p.m. No?
Mm-hmm. Because if you when you get off schedule, when you get off schedule, it makes you late for other things that are important. Okay, example, if the movie starts at 8 p.m. and you are late getting home from work, you may not be able to get to the movies on time.
When you get off schedule, it makes you late for the things that are important. If the movie starts at 8 p.m. and you're late getting home from work, you may not be able to go to the movie. Okay. Okay. You must respect the schedule.
Well, you fix the schedule and then stick to it. Set the schedule. You know the movie starts at 8 p.m. But if you don't get home until 7:45, you won't be able to make it to the movies. So you have to stay on schedule. You have to leave work at 6. Leave work at 6 so that you can get home, change clothes, and then head to the movies. You understand?
I don't think so.
Okay. So when you're going to go to someplace today, right? After this class or something.
Yes. Yes.
And after you go to the Meridian, where are you going after that? Where will you go after that? Will you come back home?
After the lesson?
No. After this lesson, you're going to go someplace. Where are you going?
Yes. For example, I intend to go at 9 o'clock to see if my friends will go to bike today. So I didn't see them for 6 months now, and I will be happy to say them, hello, I'm always alive. One day I will come back with you.
Okay, good. Now, if you're going to see them, let's say you're going to see them at 4 p.m. today, right? But your wife says, oh, honey, I want to go get some groceries from the store at 2. You'll say, okay, I have enough time to go to the grocery and be back by 4. So you go with your wife to the grocery store at 2, and then she sees a good friend of yours and hers. And you all start to talk, and you talk, and you talk, and you talked until 3:50. And you look at your watch and you say, honey, we have to go. I'm going to be late. Because if I don't stay on schedule, I will not meet my friends at 4.
I don't stay on schedule. I won't be at the right hour. I won't be at the right hour of the appointment. I won't stay on schedule.
So you must stay on schedule.
Okay, I must stay on schedule. Yes, of course. Okay.
And then sometimes it could be if you are on an exercise routine and you want to build your muscles, but you don't go to the gym every day, so you get off schedule. If you want to improve your body, get more muscle, you have to stay on schedule and keep your appointment at the gym.
Okay.
All right. So this word here, unimportant. You see this word?
Yes.
Well, you call that word important. You call that word important. If you leave it at important, it can change the entire meaning of what you read. Do you understand? The word is unimportant,
Yes, yes.
but you read it as important. So my question is, can you see how misusing the word could change the meaning of the sentence?
Oh, yes, of course. If I read something important, I could memorize it. If I read something unimportant during my sleep, I could forget that because it was unimportant.
Mm-hmm. Very good. All right, now let's look at okay, what does a good night's sleep help with according to new research?
A good sleep could help me to have a good health,
Mm-hmm.
be strong and dynamic during the next day.
Mm-hmm.
A good sleep can help me to memorize what I learned in the days before.
Well, it helps you to remember.
It helped me to remember what I read and learned in the day before.
And
And
number two?
and why is forgetting important?
Mm-hmm.
Forgetting is important because, like a disk in a computer, you can stock all the knowledge in the same disk. Sometimes you need to have place to memorize new things. It's the same with your brain. You couldn't remember everything you learn or everything you read. Sometimes you need place to learn and read other things.
So the article is telling us that forgetting is important because we don't need to remember unimportant details.
Yes.
Okay, number three?
What kind of substances should we avoid before going to bed? Before going to bed, we should avoid caffeine, theine, or alcohol. We should avoid to look at the screen on the television and on the computers at least about 1 hour before going to sleep.
Okay.
Or you could be nervous or you could be preoccupied and your sleep wasn't a sleep of good quality.
Okay, now if we look at 1, 2, and 3 together, we can summarize the article. The article tells us that getting a good night's sleep helps with a person's intelligence. It may even make us smarter because when we forget unimportant things, we save space for the brain to remember new things. Some of the things that we should avoid before going to sleep would be coffee, alcohol, and being extremely hungry. Can you summarize the article using those 3 prompts?
Yes,
Okay.
it's important to have a good sleep, to be in good condition, and for that you need to go to sleep at a schedule, at a good schedule, not too late in the evening. You need to have a good health, not eat too much, so you don't be stuffed when you go to bed. Don't drink alcohol before going to bed, or drink caffeine or theine. And so during the night, you could forget unimportant things and have a place to learn other things on the next day.
Okay, good. Any questions about what we've said so far?
No, no, no.
All right, so number one.
How much?
Yes.
How much sleep do you get on average per night? Do you think this is enough? Why or why not? Usually, I need at least 8 hours for a good night. If I don't have 8 hours, sometimes the next day I will be tired and not in a good mood.
Okay, tired. Tired.
Tired.
Okay.
Are you a morning or a nighttime person? Why? I'm a morning person because in the evening sometimes I really need to go to bed, particularly this moment where I'm a little tired, and usually I try to go to bed before 10 p.m.
Okay.
Are you a deep sleeper or a light sleeper? How do you know this? Until now, I was a deep sleeper, and since I was treated for my illness, I'm a tendency to be a light sleeper. I I'm wake up. I'm wake up.
I wake up.
I wake up several times some in the night at the same hours, usually at 2 o'clock, at 5 o'clock, and after that it was difficult for me to sleep again. But it's not bad. No.
Okay.
How often do you take naps? Why? Since my illness, I take naps every day. Every day, after 1 o'clock in the afternoon, usually I look at the TV. I look the news at the TV.
I look at the news.
I look at the news at the TV because I'm really interested by the news, politics particularly, and usually I began to look the news. I never see the end of the news because I sleep.
Okay. All right. Okay, so there we have it. We've got the article read. I'll read the article as well. And it reads, sleep helps us learn. We humans spend about 1/3 of our lives asleep. This may sound like a lot of time, but it is not wasted. Sleep helps us stay healthy, but it also helps our brains remember. Our brains need good sleep to remember what we do and learn during the other 2/3 of our lives when we are awake. Besides keeping us healthy, some new research shows that a good night's sleep helps make us more intelligent. Scientist Chiara Sorelli told VOA that sleep is when the human brain mixes information it has learned while awake into its general collection of knowledge. However, the brain forgets unimportant details. This forgetting is important. It makes space for new learning and new memories. The research findings are the result of more than 10 years of work at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. The Mayo Clinic is a respected research hospital in Rochester, Minnesota. It gives these 6 suggestions for getting a good night's sleep. 1, stay on schedule. 2, don't go to bed hungry or stuffed, and avoid caffeine, nicotine, and alcohol before bed. 3, create a calm, restful sleep environment. Make your room as cool, quiet, and dark as possible. 4, limit daytime naps. 5, exercise during the day. 6, manage your worries. Try to calm any worries or concerns you might have before going to bed. That takes us to the end of the article about sleep helps us learn.
Perfect.
Let me Stop the recording.